everyone, you're welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new on my channel, you're welcome. My name is Bamishaye. I film about faith, lifestyle, family, and gist. I love to gist, but my gist will not take away from you, but surely add value to you. Okay? So like you must have seen from the title of this video, we'll be talking about long distance relationship, and I am excited to do this. I'm very excited. You know, I used to think long distance relationship is a hard thing. I used to think I can't do it. I used to think it's impossible because I mean I like attention. You know the kind of picture I've painted in my mind. I've always thought of being in a relationship with someone that, you know, after work can come pick me up, we hang out together, weekends we go for movies, you know, we attend programs together. I've always had these funny fantasies in my head that obviously cannot work in a long distance relationship. Lo and behold, when Mr. Right came, it was a long distance relationship. He was in Lagos and I was in Abuja, so we had a long distance relationship before we finally wedded. So I'll be sharing with you our experiences, what worked for us, and things that I've also probably we didn't even do it during our own time while we had our own long distance relationship, but things I've discovered over the time that helped people in long distance relationship. I will be sharing that in this video and subsequent videos. Hopefully this should be like 3 or 4 episodes, I don't know, but this is part 1 of the video. I'll be talking about communication in a long distance relationship, or how to build communication in a long distance relationship. Anyone? But you see, communication in any relationship is key. Communication in any relationship is vital. Now we're talking about long distance relationship where you don't get to see this person every time. You don't get to hang out every other weekend like every other person. You are not even there physically with them to know, like, to see their facial expression when you're talking to them over the phone, except maybe when you have a video call. And even when you have a video call, you don't know what I'm doing with my legs right now, do you? So communication in a long distance relationship is like the major ingredient in a pot of soup. It is very essential. However, let me put this out there. See, you shouldn't be in a long distance relationship with someone you don't love. It will be frustrating. You know those kind of relationships that I don't encourage, those kind of relationships anyway. Those kind of relationships that people just get into and say, I just want to give it a try. Maybe I will love him along the line, or let's just try it out. Maybe it will work or it will not work. If you want to do long distance relationship with those kind of relationships, it will be frustrating because so many things will just keep getting on your nerves and it may never work out. So let's get into communication in a long distance relationship. The first thing I'm going to tell you is that you should be explicit when communicating in a long distance relationship. So what do I mean by being explicit? Say it the way it is. Don't try to beat around the bush, because the person you're talking to is not there physically with you. So if you are just, probably you're sending him an SMS, or you are sending him a message on WhatsApp, you're sending him whatever message you are sending to him, try to be explicit, because the person may not be able to read the tone of the message correctly. So you should be explicit. Go straight to the point. Don't be ambiguous. I made that mistake a lot while during a long distance relationship. Several times I just leave a message, or many times my fiance then, who is now my husband, so my fiance then would send me a message and I would just read another meaning to it, and before you know it, I'm already picking up my phone like, why did you send me that kind of message? Like, what do you mean? Or probably it's even telling me to just do something else and I'm not just getting it. So, and on my I think on my side too, many times, in fact See, I am the one, many times I used to be the one at fault, because I'm just dropping even an emoji emoji, and I was expecting him to understand what it meant. So you should try to be as explicit as possible if you want to make your long distance relationship work. So let's talk about the platforms you can use to communicate in a long distance relationship. Since we've mentioned that communication is essential, right? So how do we talk? How do we communicate? This person is not around, this person is far away. How do we talk? Phone calls. Yes, see, talk as long as you want to. I mean, they used to say long distance relationship is expensive. Yes, maybe it is, but it's worth the sacrifice anyway. I mean, you want to spend the rest of your life with this person, so why should you not want to invest? It's an investment into your future. Phone calls. Okay, so during our long distance relationship, what we did was we subscribed to 9 Mobile CUG. So that way, I think the subscription was, I can't remember exactly right now, but I think the subscription was about 1,000. So I subscribed, I paid 1,000, he paid 1,000, then I'll pay 1,000, he will pay 1,000, then I will have access to 2,000 minutes, and he will have access to 2,000 minutes. So altogether we would have 4,000 minutes, and for us that went a long way. Yeah, every month we did that every month, and it really went a long way, very long way, and we enjoyed it. So that way we could talk for a very long time. We could talk for a very long time. Now you wonder, how do we talk? Because I had an 8 to 5 job. Yes, his own job was flexible. I had an 8 to 5 job. But what we did was, any free time we had, we ensured we maximized it. So what do I mean by free time now? For instance, when I'm going to work in the morning, it's usually kind of a free time for me in the bus or wherever it is. So we are either on the phone. At that time, it's usually, he has to like program himself to be able to see. You have to move a little, you have to sacrifice a little. Thinking about it now, I'm feeling like it wasn't that easy on him then, like fitting into that time, that 7 a.m. to 8 a.m. kind of schedule, because many times he worked over the night. But he tried to show up, not every day, but almost every day and every time, especially when we had important things to talk about. He showed up at that time. We are either on the phone using WhatsApp call, we are chatting, or we are with our CUG. So it really helped us. And another thing is, as funny as this will sound, many times when we are going to like the restroom, like just your free time, you just call, and with your earphone or AirPod or whatever it is you're using, you just talk it to him and be like, oh, let's talk. And sometimes too, when I'm going to somewhere, let's say I'm going to get something, I'm going to the market, I'm just going somewhere and it's a free time, I'm not doing anything. Many times what we call that is, can you just go to this place for me? So to us, it's just like this person is accompanying me to this place. So we talk over the phone, we talk about, we even talk, gossips. I think gossip should be one of the features of a good relationship or a good marriage, because we would talk about everything, and it helped us to bond. Talking about everything helped us to bond, because that way it helped me to know his likes and dislikes. It helped him to understand my likes and dislikes, because when we're talking, for instance, when we're talking about the kind of car I'm in, the kind of what the driver is doing, the kind of discussion the driver is having with one of the passengers, then he contributes from his end. I also will have to share my perspective. That way we understand, we get to understand each other's perspective. Because see, the truth of the matter is that you can't say the time, it is only when you see physically that you will talk. It may not work that way. I will tell you why. You've not seen this person for a very long time. You guys have only been talking over the phone. See, the little time you have, it may not be time for you to now start talking. And this one happened on so date. You may not even remember. So you may not have so much time to talk when you see physically. Yes, you will still have to talk. You need to talk when you see physically, but you won't have all the time in the world to talk at that time, because you want to have quality time. You want to make the time you have together memorable, right? So you should, at that time when you're saying physically, you may not be able to talk about everything. So why just maximize every day? Ensure you talk. So we've talked about phone calls, right? Another medium we used was emails. As funny as that sounded, emails was like our own kind of love letter, our own way of exchanging love letters. We exchanged so many emails. I stumbled upon one, like I was just going through my emails and I saw one recently and I couldn't stop laughing. And you know, those things, then when we're exchanging emails, sometimes we try to like paint the picture of the future we want to see, what our home will look like, what our child will look like, how we're going to take care of our child, the kind of things we'll be doing. So I just saw one email where my husband, then my fiance, was just like painting the picture of, okay, when you be my wife, I'll do this, you'll be doing this, you'll be wearing this, you'll be doing that, and I couldn't stop laughing. So we've just been a year and some months, right? And we are really living that life. Yes, maybe not 100%, but we are doing well. Looking at the email, I just feel, yes, this is it. So sometimes you have these memories to go back to. We wrote love letters too, right? Anytime we see physically, I think almost all the times we met physically, we exchanged love letters. It may not be your own kind of thing. See, it can't work. We will still get to the point where I'll tell you things that make long distance relationship work. Maybe in subsequent videos, I'll tell you things that make long distance relationship work. So what worked for me may not work for you. So you will just have to understand, I am sharing all these things for you to pick the ones that will work for you. There was a time that I had to set a reminder that every Thursday I would send him an email. It was working for us. It helped us to understand, okay, how much, to just remind ourselves of how much we love one another and everything. And it worked for us. We exchanged emails. Don't forget about one, calls. Talk over the phone for as long as you want to. We talked and talked. Sometimes we talk to the level. See, when I'm cooking, I have my earphone and we're talking. What are you putting now? I'm adding Maggie right now. I am adding this one right now. You know, especially when the other person is free too. It just helps. I'm not saying you shouldn't have a life. No, we don't do this every day and every time. But we do it we did it many times. And it's helped us. So I'm just putting that there. Then emails, I've talked about emails. Then WhatsApp, I think I've mentioned that indirectly. WhatsApp, we could chat for like forever. I remember there was a day that we chatted till like 5 a.m. in the morning. I can't remember what exactly we were talking about that day. But we chatted till like 5 a.m. in the morning and we're going to work. I was going to work. Let me not say we're going to work. As for him, his work was flexible then, so I was going to work in the morning. I was chatting till 5 a.m. Yeah, that was not a good one. But I am just telling you how much we maximized WhatsApp. Yes, we chatted on WhatsApp very well. Not like all the time. If you know me, I have so many contacts. I receive so many messages on WhatsApp for some reasons, and so there was a time that I had to pin his chat to the top. So anytime he sends a message, I know I am there. We got to talk, you know. This is the love of my life we're talking about. So we talked on WhatsApp. As funny as this will sound, we used Facebook Messenger. See, how did we get to Facebook Messenger? From WhatsApp. There was a day, I think one of us, maybe the network was bad or something, then WhatsApp messages were not delivering. We packed our load. Messenger straight, like, so we used Facebook Messenger. You can use Facebook Messenger. You can use have I mentioned SMS? See, SMS is also sweet. Let him or her wake up in the morning to some nice, spicy, romantic love messages from you. Many times my SMS was usually accompanied with airtime. Yeah, anytime then it was usually 500, 1,000. Like you have to break the bank or something. Just do something, just spice it up. So spice up your relationship. If you guys have been, then video calls. How was I about to forget this? No. Video calls. See, video calls is essential. See, those who had long distance relationship some years ago, I mean like 10 years ago, I don't know, and I just can't fathom how they were able to cope. But you see, this our generation, long distance relationship has been made easy because you have social media platforms. IG, we chatted on IG too. Oh Jesus, we chatted on the only we never used Twitter because I was not a Twitter person. I became a Twitter person after I married because of my husband. Story for another day. So we used IG to just ensure that you don't get used to a particular platform. That is just it. Spice it up. Maximize different means. Just use different means. Chats, call, SMS. Don't miss out on anything, because you see this courtship relationship phase, it's for a while. Then you get into marriage and you may not really have all the time in the world, Enjoy this phase. Communicate. See, talk and talk. I don't know if that should be part of this video. Talk about everything and anything. Don't get tired of talking. Everything and anything. Okay, I know some persons don't talk. The two of you can't be on the sides of I don't talk. One person talks. For us, I was more like the talking person. My husband doesn't really talk that much. But even then, he talks to me. So when people are saying, oh, your husband doesn't talk, I just look at them like, because he talks to me. Maybe there was an influence I had on him. I can't say, but when it's just us, I have things to bring up. We talk about, like told you, everything and anything. We talk about what I'm cooking. We talk about it. Just helps you, and I've told you the benefit. It will help you to understand each other's perspective to life on different levels. I think that should be enough for this particular episode. I'll see you in the next episode when I'll be telling you how to spice up your long distance relationship. See, don't go anywhere. Remember to share this video with people, like, and if you have not subscribed to my channel, what are you waiting for? Let's do this together. I'm sharing more tips on how to make your long distance relationship well. Subscribe to my channel and remember to click the notification bell to get notified when I share new videos. Till then, bye.